But first, every year about this time, we set ourselves up for failure. We look optimistically at the year ahead, making personal pledges to do better. These New Year resolutions, they generally get broken faster than they are made because they are by nature short-term thinking for long-term problems. Meanwhile, successful people make long-term plans about where they want to be long-term, which factor in the short-term fails. Unfortunately, too many in government and big corporations, well, they have a short attention span. There's no long-term vision around these days. However, short-term thinking seems to please the many hooked on instant gratification, on the trendy, on the sugar hits, instead of substantial efforts to create long-term good. Political reactions to the pandemic of the past few years proves my thesis. Government is meant to be controlled by us, but they went for control over us. And like a psychopathic, narcissistic Mary Poppins, they used financial sugar hits to soften the hard medicine of even further control of our lives. The pandemic reinforced the notion that people, except footballers and elites, of course, let's be honest, cannot be trusted, and that government knows best. And over time, well, we've trained a generation of people to expect government to salve and soothe every personal spill in life. The collective wisdom these days seems to be that individual responsibility is no longer a thing, and we look for someone or something to blame and someone to fix up our problems. Too many in society take little care and no responsibility for their actions, and they seem, unfortunately, to get away with it. It used to be that we invested time in encouraging individuals to succeed. Individuals can and have always made a difference, and despite the challenges governments throw into their lives, many individuals still do. But gee, it's getting hard for individuals seeking success to actually achieve it. I believe individuals succeeding encourage others to try. Frankly, it's been the secret to our success as a nation. Governments now, though, don't trust individuals, and they've developed so many forms, fees and procedures, making individual success a genuine challenge. More and more people seem stymied, controlled by people who, frankly, never risk anything and believe those who do should be viewed with suspicion. Individuals seeking success make plans. They understand the old saying, if you fail to plan, then you should plan to fail. The entrepreneurs who have made Australian success have come in many shapes and sizes over many generations. And often the hardest decision for them is actually knowing what it is they want to achieve. Achieving their goals and dreams takes effort, but we should celebrate them. Yet so much success now seems exploitative. So many of the latest short-term fads, they seem to get the big rewards, while those who toil for years are put through bureaucratic processes, made to jump through all these hoops. These Australians deserve much better. We need a real plan for Australia with long-term goals, yet our governments seem more worried about keeping the media amused, managing the message, being liked in the moment, rather than building up our long-term good. Australia once went for growth. We attracted so many of the best and brightest migrants from around the world, individuals who wanted to succeed for the benefit of their family. They worked hard because, well, no one migrates to a new country to go backwards. They came here to succeed, and every Australian, frankly, shared the rewards of their efforts. And now the best and the brightest in the world see Australia as having no real plan for the future and no plan for success. Government in this country has given up on long-term nation building, the dams to feed the water to our farms, to feed the world and save us from floods. There's no plan to return us to low-cost energy as we had a generation ago. It's just this sugary fantasy about renewables. I think we need to demand that government plans beyond the news and political cycles and not be distracted by the glib and the syrupy New Year resolution style, using things like the divisive constitutional change that's all in vogue. Our nation was built with toil, with sweat, defended with blood. Without a real long-term nation-building plan, there's real tears ahead.